Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Wedding Panel. So my name is Michelle from Archers & Co. This is our 4th episode and today we'll be talking about flowers. So everything flowers related. So over the past week or so, we'll be collecting questions from all of you from Facebook, Instagram, Dairy, some of you even personally message all of us. So thank you very much for your questions. So today I have another Michelle with me and also Amy. I'll let them introduce themselves in a bit. But so today we'll be covering questions about wedding flowers. So if you have any other questions that you didn't manage to submit to us, please feel free to leave it in the comment box below and we will get back to your questions in this episode, okay? So without further ado, I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Michelle from the Bloomish Eden, and basically I've been in this wedding industry doing flowers for the past 1 year, so I'm relatively new. Yeah.
How about you, Amy?
Hi, I'm Amy from amytfleur. So I have this brand since last year as well, but I'm a florist for 7 years. So basically doing like part-time jobs during uni or during school. Yeah.
Okay, so now that you know their names, so Michelle Lau and Michelle Tan and Amy Tan. So we have 2 Tan and 2 Michelle on board today. So let's go on with the question. So guys, how would you define your style as a florist?
For me, my style is, like I've heard from my customers that they find that my style is more like towards the organic side because I like to use a lot of foliage. Yeah, so more organic, and because I also like to use more unconventional flowers. So I would say maybe unconventional is also a word that I can use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas for mine it's more like conservative, like as in I will use flowers that are more common in the market as well as feminine. I would say, yeah, because of the color palette. Yeah.
So we have 2 very different styles. If you want to check out their work, feel free to go to their Instagram page later, okay, after you finish watching this live stream. So, okay guys, what inspire your work and why do you do what you do?
For me, like, if we're talking about weddings, the inspiration comes from the couples, like their preferences, and sometimes if they don't really know what they want, it can also come from their story, like what's their relationship like. And then also basically when I go down to the flower market itself, then I look at the different type of flowers, then you'll get inspiration like, oh, this will work well with something, 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 and then you go and look for it to pair it together.
Okay.
Yeah, whereas for mine, I would say it's more of the couples as well, like their preference. And then because I co-share my space with a lot of wedding vendors, so their influence kind of rub off on me. So yeah, I'm working towards that kind of style.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like basically through interactions,
Yeah, the people.
getting to know your couples better, their relationship, their personalities and so on and so forth. Okay. So guys, it's important for you to share about your stories, not only with your photographer and videographer, but also with your florist as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you say is the main difference between a florist and a stylist? Isn't it the same? I think this is a question that even I myself, a lot of couples ask me the same question as well. Like, oh, what's the difference between a wedding planner? Like, when people ask me, like sometimes on Grab, right? Then the driver will be like, oh, 去做工啊? Then I'm like, so what do you work as? Oh, wedding planner. So how much do you charge for gowns? Then I'm like, I think people don't understand that there's a lot of different segments of the wedding industry that we have, and so maybe you can shed some light about what you think are the main differences between a florist and a stylist.
Right.
Actually, florists and stylists, they are not the same, but they work together hand in hand.
Yeah.
So, but nowadays you find a lot of stylists are florists as well, but maybe because they work as a team. But sometimes like us, we are just florists, but we also have preferred vendors which are stylists lah. Okay. Yeah, so it's a complementary kind of thing. Yeah.
Basically for florists, we do focus more on the flowers, and then stylists will be more of like the props, and then like
flower stylists.
we style your flowers, and then like stylists will have props, they have like all the photo frames, and then the space, how they want to decorate it, or like adjust the areas.
I think like also to add on to that, florists work with stylists, so in a way stylists can also craft up the entire, sometimes stylists are the one that approach you guys, right?
Yeah,
they already have a sense of what kind of mood they want to go for, and then they communicate with the florist to get the kind of flowers or even decoration to come on board to enhance the entire look and feel.
Yeah.
So how far in advance should someone settle on the color palette? of their flowers?
I would say maximum probably like earliest like 6 months. But if let's say you are still uncertain or unsure, probably 1 month will be good. Yeah, and not anything like shorter than that because we need to order from suppliers if let's say it's like the specific flowers or colors that you want. Yeah, so that might take some time for us to ship in as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so a month lah will be good.
Is that the same for you
Yeah,
also?
for me it's also the same because like for me I'm quite particular about the shades. So like within a color there's a lot of shades that will affect the overall mood at the end. So 1 month is good, but then like if let's say you're not so particular, then maybe can push it, but like my cutoff is like 2 weeks max.
Okay. I think do you also happen to chance upon brides that decide 1 year in advance and then closer to the date they just keep changing their minds?
Yeah, definitely there
I think
is.
based on what they see, what is in trend,
correct,
and
correct.
how they feel at a certain point of time.
Yeah,
But I think it's okay, right?
we will let them know that because certain items need to be imported in, so we need to order in advance. So like
Okay.
max maybe like 2 weeks to 1 month.
Okay.
Mm.
2 weeks to 1 month.
Yeah.
Okay, so how early or late should we book flowers?
I think it's about the same.
About the same?
Yeah.
So even if the quantity is very large, it doesn't matter to you, or
Basically, like the earlier you book, the better it is for yourself because we might get booked by other people. So especially
okay.
if it's like large scale, right?
The
For
earlier
me,
the
I will
better.
block out.
Yeah.
Like, if yours is large scale, I'll just do your wedding and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't book early in advance, then if let's say I have a small scale one, but I already took them up, so I can't cater to you. Yeah. So it's just
yeah,
to
I think
help.
it's the same with all the other vendors.
Yeah,
If
correct.
you are very certain about who you want to work with, who you want to engage, just book early to avoid disappointment.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we have any questions so far. Okay, there's lots of people saying hello.
Oh, hi.
Wow, a lot of supporters, guys. Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, if you have any question, please feel free to leave it in the comment box below and I'll attend to it. Okay, so let's go on with the initial questions that we have received earlier on. Okay. So I think this is where couples or rather brides ask more about what are the trends. So the first one is, what kind of flowers and colors are usually chosen for actual day bouquet?
For me, I think like usually the most common color that we will agree on I think is like
Blush,
pink,
yeah.
blush. That's the most common romantic colors lah. But I think ultimately at the end of the day, it really depends on the couple's preference and their personality lor. Because if you're not the romantic kind, not the sweet kind, then there's no point you follow the trend.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, you won't like it. So just go for what suits you. Yeah.
Yeah, and trend is always changing lah, so we can't dictate. So the best is like their preference.
Okay.
Yeah, and what they must have or must not have.
What are like for example, some couples really hate baby's breath. And
Yeah.
Roses,
so on and so
like new roses.
Yeah.
So just state your preferences and there's no right or wrong in the kind of bouquet that you're supposed to get. So just make sure you communicate lah.
Yeah.
So are round bouquets still trendy and what is the current trend for bridal bouquets?
Yeah, it actually is trendy because like Amy does quite a few round bouquets
Yeah,
that's actually
rounded.
really nice. So we have a few of her works,
Yeah.
which is the round ones. So
Which
you
are
can
more
see
common
it's,
ones.
Yeah, it's actually very like elegant. Even though it's round, it can be seen as traditional, but it's still relevant and very nice.
But
yeah.
they're not the super tight and super evenly round kind,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's more free and not so structured, not so dead. Yeah.
Yeah. For mine, I don't really get that much round. Mine is more like the usual, like horizontal, like cascading kind. So mine is more like, I would say,
Free form.
yeah, freeform, like different.
Which a lot of brides are starting to request
Yeah.
for this kind of bouquet already. Yeah.
So there's no trend. There is a trend per se,
Yeah,
but don't
it's
be
really-
Don't follow
restricted.
blindly.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's preference.
Yeah. If you like it, then feel free to go for it. Okay, so can you replicate the bouquet I saw from Pinterest or other florists, please?
I think for both of us, we will not do that because it's out of respect for someone else's work. Yeah, like you don't copy just cause it's nice. Like we can show us what you like and then we can like
something
ask you,
similar.
yeah, like ask you what you like from that, then we can do it in our own style. Because ultimately, you're engaging us,
For your style.
correct, for our
Yeah.
style. It's not to like copy someone else's work.
Yeah.
Respect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's similar to
I think everywhere. Is
yeah,
the same.
everywhere is the same.
Yeah.
If you like that person's style, then you should go to that
That
person.
person.
Yeah,
And
correct.
not like ask this person to replicate someone else's work. It's
Yeah.
just not very nice to do so.
Yeah.
What is the most what is the most unique or memorable floral theme that you have ever done?
For me, it's like a quite recent one, which is like based on a theme. They wanted something that was more like Northern Lights inspired.
Oh, wow.
So for me, I don't usually work with purple, so that one was like quite a stressful wedding theme for me. But luckily, it turned out well, so they liked it. And then, they also wanted like a bit of Oriental, so like to pay tribute to their own roots lah.
Okay.
So that was very nice, I feel. Then, so that was memorable because it's very unique. And I feel like, in general, brides don't really request for that kind of palette.
Yeah.
It's more of the usual romantic
Yeah.
soft colours.
Yeah, lor. So that one
So
was nice.
yeah, I don't really get like requests like that. So mine is more of like flowers. So I would say Jobera daisies, which not a lot of brides would want to use.
Okay.
Yeah, so the colors, the bouquet and everything includes Jobera daisies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is quite nice actually. Like I don't know why brides don't like. Yeah, they should
Maybe it's a
try.
misconception and they just want to have the typical peony,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So always just look at like your love story and how you can incorporate that into your wedding theme, and then basically try to consolidate that into every aspect of your wedding as well.
Correct,
Try to have it
yeah.
as much as you can. You can even communicate that to your florist. Northern Lights, of course, Michelle can't put literally Northern Lights into your bouquet, but sometimes, even if it's through ribbons, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something that your guests will understand, but as long as it means something to you, I think that's what
It's
matters
nice
the
like
most at
you
the
and
end of
your
the day.
husband knows like
Yeah.
what this means.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
ultimately the wedding is yours.
Your wedding.
Yeah.
That's true. So, speaking of which, what are some flowers that you hope bride will use more?
For me, I would say more of like the style. Want to do more, which is like more of like air plants, those like raw kind of view. Like most of the Caucasian countries, their florists usually do, but Singaporeans don't really dare to try that. Yeah, the wild kind.
Okay.
Yeah.
What
For
about
me,
you?
for me, it's more of like the organic, because I really like foliage. So that's like the kind of weddings that I'll be like very, very happy to
Foliage.
do. Yeah, so like I had before, and then it was very fun because instead of just flowers, you had to incorporate like plants. So that was like more interesting, I would say. Yeah, so something like more organic.
Gives it a different look and feel.
Yeah,
also.
correct. It's not very common also in Singapore. Yeah.
So, which type of flowers are only available during certain times of the year, and like what's the season and stuff?
Yeah, so different flowers got different seasons. So let's say like peonies. Everybody knows that peonies, ranunculus, dahlias, all these are seasonal flowers. So some of them you can only purchase it at the start of the year, mid of the year, and then end of the year. So peonies will be like probably start of the year.
Okay.
Then ranunculus probably mid. Then dahlias will be end, which is like now this period.
Okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't always be available throughout the whole year. But because certain countries have different seasons, like Australia,
Yeah.
Australia, their winter is different from other countries.
Correct.
So sometimes our suppliers will source from these kind of countries.
okay.
Yeah, just that probably their size will be different. Yeah, it won't be like the super large, super big blooms
Yeah.
than other countries. Yeah, but it's still available. But we have to check.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why we cannot let customers know that confirm
will
have.
for sure have,
Yeah,
yeah.
confirm have. Like
Yeah.
it will be like shooting ourselves lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll say like we might have, but we have to check with the supplier because sometimes it's too expensive for them to import in.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense for you to pay this kind of price.
Yeah.
Yeah, lor. So
Okay. So you always advise them and tell them, like, if let's say they say that, okay, I really, really want peonies in my bouquet, but their
Yeah.
wedding is like in June, for example.
yeah, I do have brides saying that they want peonies like in December. But then I will say like, it's not available, but let me check with my supplier.
Okay. So you can only advise them like closer to the date also, right?
Yeah.
Because we can't predict when will the flowers
Yeah.
actually bloom.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. Okay. Oh, so we have a few questions from Facebook. We'll take a break from the usual thread. Okay, so the first question is, wow, what are some of the creative uses of flowers that you have seen in weddings? Creative uses of flowers.
Creative users of flowers. Like do heart shape.
Do heart shape? I
Yeah.
haven't seen.
Yeah, have.
Like to decorate, like areas to
Actually
decorate.
nowadays got a lot of florists, they do the styling, like venue decorations, then they will like spray.
Okay.
Nowadays, because certain colours doesn't come in like natural colours. Yeah, so a lot of florists will like spray on.
Okay.
Yeah, or you will use like fruits. Yeah, all these other elements. Yeah.
Instead of just purely the
Flowers.
usual way of
Yeah.
using flowers.
Yeah, or certain like leaves, like let's say leaves is only like green color, but then we can spray it like gold, pink, blue.
Oh, like yes. rose
Yeah, to create another kind of like
Look
style.
and feel. Okay. Did you see any other creative uses that you have seen lately?
No leh.
Maybe you guys can suggest. What do you think are some of the creative ways that florists can use flowers? Then they can do for your wedding. So what kind of flower thrive better in Singapore?
Tropical.
Yeah.
That's the for sure like
Those
tropical.
flowers that you see by the roadside.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one thrive in Singapore.
Because of our weather, right?
Yeah,
So hot
correct,
and
yeah.
so humid.
But usually the kind of flowers Singaporeans won't really like.
Correct. It's unless they
It's
want
very
a tropical
tropical,
theme,
yeah.
then like But usually flowers for weddings it will last like the day lah.
Yeah, for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can just dry it after the wedding.
Correct.
You can
Yeah.
dry after the wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take out the petal, make into bookmarks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
Sounds like what you did.
Yes, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't luck back the entire bouquet
Yeah,
from
so sad.
Australia, and
Yeah
I was
lor.
very sad. So
Telepathy.
I thought of just bringing a few pieces of it back home.
Few memories.
Yes, at least I got something to remember.
Yeah lor.
So what do you think of using preserved flowers?
For weddings,
The question ended there, but I assume it's all
yeah.
bouquet yes, but if let's say if you have the money, you can do like the whole setup. Like we won't stop you lah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
preserved flowers are actually more expensive
Yes.
than
Correct.
Way more
real
premium.
flowers,
Yeah.
fresh flowers. So, contrary to popular belief, doesn't mean that preserved means cheaper. Because I think you need more effort and time.
Correct. 'Cause
And it's chemically treated.
yeah.
Yeah, so
So it's not as easy as just buying it from the market and just
Yeah.
trimming it, conditioning it.
Yeah, correct.
So yes, you can use preserved flowers, provided you are willing to spend the kind of money for it lah. Yeah. If you really, really want, then maybe like Amy said, just put it in your bouquet.
yeah, put a few in your
Or
bouquet.
a few stalks in your bouquet. Okay, we have answered the Facebook questions. Let's go back to our usual thread. Okay, so what is a good size of a bridal bouquet?
The best answer will be proportionate to your body size. Yeah.
And
There's
also I
no
think the
best
gown that they're
size.
wearing, right?
Correct, correct, yeah. So like the length of your gown and your body size. Yeah.
So I think it's also important for brides to send in pictures of their
Correct.
gowns
Yes,
if they
yes,
have.
yes.
Yeah. And also, I think in general everything like your venue, what your husband will be wearing, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So as much if you provide them with more information, then they will be able to share more insights and tips with you
Correct,
also.
correct.
So why are bridal bouquets so expensive? Why so expensive? I think this question appears in like all the episodes. Why is photography expensive? Why is videography expensive?
Yeah.
Why is makeup expensive? So now it's your turn. Why is flowers so expensive?
I think like flowers itself, the cost is, I think a lot of people thought that it is quite cheap.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it isn't.
Like even foliage is not cheap.
Yeah,
Correct.
like it's almost the same price as
The
flowers.
Yeah.
So because flowers are expensive because this one is like education. Really.
Yes, yes, you must educate.
Yeah, so flowers are expensive because we are
Technical support.
Oops. Oh, okay. Then I have to like that. Yeah, so flowers are expensive because they come from overseas and then like go through our supplier, then we are already like the third hand. So to consumer it's like the fourth hand. Then on top of flower cost, we still have like
Our cost.
workmanship, and then like the time we have to go down to buy the flowers, transport the flowers, and then condition the flowers, and then to pick out, to maintain it, everything. So it kind of justify why it is so expensive. And then certain type of flowers got different price point. So the more types that you want to add in, then definitely the more expensive it is. Yeah.
And also because we need to make sure that your flowers actually last.
Yeah.
Because during your wedding day, it won't be in water. So that means we need to put in extra care, extra time to make sure it stays fresh and nice lah for you lah. So I would say with money, it comes the quality lor.
And I think to add on to that, because personally I've tried buying flowers from like those like wholesale market before, and you always find that you buy a dozen of roses, doesn't mean that the whole dozen is usable. Sometimes there are stocks that just broke not very nice, or like the stem broke already. It's not long enough to make into a bouquet. And when they bring it back home, they have to on aircon for the flowers, the fridge, electricity bill. So it's not as simple as buy a bunch of flowers and then just putting them together. It's a lot of work that goes into it, and it's also their time. So I mean, if let's say you really, really, really feel like it's very expensive, then maybe you can make your own bouquet.
Yeah, you can DIY.
You can DIY, but I won't suggest that if you are a bride who is a bit more kanchong.
Or particular.
Or particular, because sometimes the way you tie it, maybe it's not secure enough. Then throughout the day, it will start drooping. Or even like boutonnieres, if let's say you use the wrong kind of flowers, it's not enough water, then it will start drooping throughout the day. And it's not something that you want. So as always, I always tell my couple, try to prioritize things. If flowers are one of your top 3 or 5 priorities, then pay a little bit more, invest in better flowers. Yes. So if let's say you don't really have a lot of money for flowers and you still really, really want to have a bridal bouquet, then I would personally suggest to go for a bouquet and cut down on the other flowers.
Things.
But if a bouquet is not important to you, then spend more on like your arch or whatever that you want to have. So at the end of the day, it's all about prioritizing.
Take the worry off your own mind.
Yes. Which comes to the next question. How can I ensure that my bouquet remains in good condition throughout the day?
I think for our weather, so like when you get the flowers from your florist, just follow the instructions they tell you on how to take care of your flowers. If it's overnight, then just follow the instructions. Like for me, I say to leave it in aircon, so don't put it in your fridge.
Same.
So same for her as well.
Is there a particular reason why don't put in the fridge?
Because usually at home you don't have flower fridge, right? So it's the food fridge which has food and everything. Then there's like bacteria inside that will affect the flowers.
And the moisture is different as well. So for like boutonnieres and all that, I would ask them to go back and put inside fruits and vegetables compartment only, because that moisture is most similar to our flower fridge. Rather than the food fridge. So food, they will kind of absorb the moisture.
Which is why sometimes when you put rice into the fridge and then after that when you want to reheat it, it's always very hard.
So it will absorb. So just imagine you put your flowers inside. Then it will just die lah. So don't put.
Then on the actual day, just don't stay out in the hot sun for too long. If not, your flowers will start to wilt. But other than that, I think it should be fine if you spend the right amount of money.
If let's say your wedding, let's say you have a whole day program, then you use the bouquet from morning and then night you still got banquet. Then just ask probably your venue whether they have container or vase, or you can bring your own lah. Then just put
water when you can more. Just like human being, right? When you're thirsty, then go and drink water. Flowers will be very thirsty, so they need water also.
I think it's also good to like let your florist know your program. Like how long you'll be using the bouquet, so we'll avoid certain type of flowers that will start to droop.
So I want to do a bouquet toss. The one like throw to my bridesmaids. But then at the same time, I'm afraid that I'll damage it. So what can I do? Buy 2 bouquets. What can I do? Buy 2 bouquets.
Okay, so other than what they're whispering, which is buy 2 bouquets.
It's a whisper.
Usually like for our brides so far, they have packages with the bridal companies. Then they will come with a bouquet, right? So usually my brides will toss that bouquet lah. Then they keep my bouquet nice Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes they don't even tell you that they got another bouquet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just let them know. Throw the bridal studio one.
Yeah.
Or you can buy artificial flower bouquet and just toss it.
Yes,
Then you
that's
won't feel
true.
so like heart pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, $100.
Yeah, correct.
Literally throwing money. Yeah, but make sure when you throw it, right, this is a tip from photographer, get your bridesmaid to actually catch it. There's no point throwing it and then the floor is catching it because it will destroy your bouquet. Maybe the flowers won't actually drop out, but the shape and all that will be affected. So yes, if you want to toss, get people to actually catch it. Or you can put money in it so that your bridesmaid will catch it.
Good idea.
Nothing money can't solve. So, on the same topic of pricing, I really want a floral arch. Why do some vendors charge $380 and some charge $1,200 or even more? What will be the main difference that I'm getting?
Basically, like, I think it depends. Like, it varies florist to florist. Like, what is the cost that goes into having arches? Like, for us, we will have like logistical issues that we need to move the arch, that kind of thing. Hire van. Then we need to put up the flowers, and then
Workmanship.
yeah, workmanship.
Like probably need like 3 florists to do the job. Yeah, so all these like we need to pay them. Yeah, so sometimes that might be why your cost is very high. But for the lower ones, lower cost one, it might be artificial flower. So that one is rental already. So like you are reusing the arch. So you have like same background as
Everybody
every other brides. So yeah, for the price that you pay, I mean like
It's something customized to you.
I think if you want something more lush, like can cover the metal or the wooden part, then you just need to pay more to fill in like the gaps.
Because it's no point you get an arch and then like it's basically you see the frame totally. So it's not really worth your money.
Unless you intentionally want it to be
unless
like
that's a style
one
you
point
want.
here and one
Correct,
point
correct,
here.
minimalist, rustic.
So does premium blooms or normal blooms really look different from one another?
Yes, it does. For some, like
We have pictures.
some, we have photos to show.
Yeah.
Are we showing?
Yeah. So
like
roses.
the most obvious example that is common in weddings is carnations. So there is the China carnations and then the Holland ones.
Yeah.
This is the carnation
This
on
is
the
the
screen.
The
China
current one you're
one.
looking at, the pink one, that's China one. So you can see the color is like just pink lor, like there's nothing
Just pink.
nothing
it's
fancy
pink.
about the pink at all. And then this is the Holland one, which is like a nicer tone.
Caramel,
It's like caramel,
champagne.
There's like pink tones. There's like
There's like a gradient.
there's
to
like
it.
nice gradient. And then also when it blooms, the Dutch, the Holland one is nicer.
The texture is different also. Like I mean, you can't tell from the pictures, but for China ones, it's thinner for the petals. Then for the Holland ones, it will be thicker. Yeah, and more velvety.
Correct.
Yeah, so you can actually tell from naked eye.
Okay.
Yeah, whereas for like roses.
Oh yeah, roses. So this is
the Kenya one, but roses wise, you can't really tell lah. Yeah.
unless like certain colors, then there's a difference.
Yeah.
But for like, let's say example, basic red ones, I would say there's a bit of difference. This is China one, and then this is Kenya one.
Yeah, same goes the texture.
Yeah, it's a texture, and sometimes the shade also, there's a bit of difference. But if you're not particular, then you can't really
Take the
see
normal
lah.
one. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, there's the difference.
Yes.
In short, there is a difference.
Oh yeah.
No, but I think it's good to show examples
yeah.
because I think if you were to tell me to go and see the difference, I might be frozen in the cold room before I even find the kind of flowers.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that we show you some examples just to illustrate the point that we are trying to deliver.
Yeah.
So what are the common flowers usually used in weddings that do not cost me an arm and a leg?
Wistoma, rose, carnation, the most common ones. Yeah.
And can last in this
correct.
Yeah,
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 it can last.
definitely.
It can last. Yeah, but It's always the little details that changes it. Yeah.
The side fillers or
Correct, correct.
So if you're concerned about having a more budget friendly bouquet,
Yeah.
then use common flowers that can also last in our weather.
Yeah.
So it's still possible to have a bridal bouquet without spending too much,
Yeah.
especially when you don't use like seasonal flowers like peonies and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of flowers would you recommend to brides who love flowers but they're allergic to pollen?
Yeah, I actually have a few brides that come to me and then say that they are allergic to pollen, like their whole face and eyes will like swell up, even like for any other type of flowers. So I recommended them dried flowers or preserved flowers because technically the pollen isn't there anymore, so it's not airborne lah. Yeah, so dried or preserved.
So it's still possible.
Yes, it's possible, or artificial lor. Yeah.
Just communicate.
Yeah, just tell
communicate.
us.
Don't later
Yeah.
like on your big day then you like swell.
Yeah.
Let's check for some Facebook comments. Do we have any Facebook comments? Any questions on Facebook? Yeah, I think I saw one. Are bridal bouquets much harder to arrange compared to standard bouquets?
Standard as in wrap bouquets lah.
I
Okay.
assume it's wrap bouquets lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think,
Yes,
yeah, like,
because of expectations.
oh, that's true, that's true. Like, it's more stress as well, because, like,
Yeah.
it's someone's wedding, you don't want to screw up.
And I think also because normal bouquets, like birthday bouquets, right? They have like the wrapper.
Correct, correct.
Whereas the bridal bouquet, it's a bit weird lah to have wrapper.
Yeah, so basically for, like, wrap bouquets, like, certain areas, it doesn't need to be perfect all around, because certain areas will be hidden.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
for
Red
bridal
one is like
bouquet-
one-sided.
Correct. Bridal bouquet, you must make sure that not only seen from the front, but the sides also is not ugly. Yeah, so it's just
Yeah.
more attention to it all.
Okay. So what kind of flowers and foliage do you recommend brides to put in their hair?
Hair.
Hair small but hardy.
This one recently I asked makeup artist. So they say right, like for flowers, make sure that it has the V.
Oh.
Yeah, how do I
Like the stem.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like and smaller flowers. So like single stalk one they don't like. They don't
is
like
there
to
a
use it
reason
because
why?
their bobby pin cannot get.
Oh.
So if like there's intersection right, then they can like get it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
more
it's easier.
secure lah.
And small flowers.
So like spray rose like that.
Yeah. So nowadays I give like spray roses instead of like bigger buds.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Or just give all leaves. Or baby's breath. They like baby's breath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have answered the Facebook question so far. We're gonna move on to our trap questions. But so again, if you have any comments, feel free to leave it in the comment box below. In the meantime, please like, nothing to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Please like and share.
Just YouTube ma.
Next time YouTube, okay? Okay, so how would your interpretation of a romantic theme translate to an actual bouquet? Hey guys, so to make it a bit more lively, I'm gonna get them to make a bouquet
No stress, yo.
without
No
looking at each
stress.
other. So they will make a bouquet each without looking at what they are making. So let's
Look at what
hot one.
she's making.
Huh?
Why?
No, she said without looking at what you are making.
Yeah, like what the two of
we
you
are,
are making.
we are not looking at each
okay,
other.
okay,
Yeah.
understood.
So, okay, let's move on to the flower
Section.
section before we
Section.
answer your remaining questions. Okay, let the masters go first.
Okay, come.
Welcome to Amy and Michelle Flower Market.
Oh,
so
market.
today we have,
Romantic style.
A romantic style. Okay, we have a few type of flowers here. Obviously, I'm not the master, so I don't know all their names. I can try. There are some roses, eustomas,
Spray rose.
spray rose, and that's all I know.
Okay.
So they will use the same amount of flowers to create a bouquet each. So exactly the same type. We have already taken up their piles and put it on the table here. So they're gonna be doing it back to back, so they won't see each other. So they're gonna start making the bouquet. So maybe while making the bouquet, you can also share a bit more about your stories,
our
your
story.
style. Because if you were to mention what you're doing, then the other person will know, ma.
Oh,
correct?
that's true.
So
Okay.
try to see what you want to share with the audience. So you can see your masters at work and see this is why they charge what they charge.
So Amy, you got story?
Story?
Yeah.
Story. No lah. Actually, to be honest, Michelle and I, our
Michelle
style,
Tan and
Michelle Tan,
Oh,
Michelle
okay, yes,
Tan.
me.
Her style is very different from mine. So, yeah lor.
Yeah, the theme is romantic.
Yeah,
So you
romantic.
just get to see like our own personal style.
Oh yeah, so before,
Yeah.
usually before we, this will become tutorial already. Yeah, so
Oh,
before we
okay.
start, we will usually clear off the flowers. Yeah, the leaves. Yeah, the leaves.
Yeah.
To make the bouquet nicer.
Yes, that's what we are doing now.
Yeah. So,
I always find it very
Amusing.
interesting.
Yeah.
Like I tried to make bouquet myself. Can lah, it still look like a bouquet lah, but not as nice as the professionally made ones. Because they are doing it every day, right? Like day in, day out. So it's sort of like practice every day also.
Yeah.
So how many bouquets do you make a day on average?
Wow.
huh? 3, 4? It depends. Actually, it depends on
Depends
season.
on orders also.
Okay, they're just conditioning it now, so they're not
Yes.
arranging it. So they don't need to back yet.
Our
Meanwhile, I will check
interpretation
for
of
some
romantic, right?
Yeah, correct. Interpretation of a romantic 浪漫.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Sorry?
I'm gonna start.
Okay, me too.
Somebody just asked, which matters more, color of the flower or the type of the flower?
For me, I would say colors because I'm particular about colors.
Same color.
Yeah, because there's no point you get the type right. Like let's say your clothes, your venue palette, your
Yeah.
gown, it doesn't match the type. Like you get the type, like okay, you get peony, then it's in pink, but this pink doesn't match you. Not don't match you lah, don't match your wedding lah. Then like there's no point what. You just be an eyesore there, an expensive eyesore no less. So colors are more important, I feel. And colors are the ones that will give the mood, I'll say. Yeah,
I'm gonna be itchy fingers.
sure, feel free.
Yeah.
I really like this flower. What is this called again?
Wax flower.
Wax flowers. They're very pretty.
And they smell nice. They attract ants actually.
Oh, they attract ants?
Yeah, because very
They
sweet.
attract ants.
The
'Cause they're very
core,
sweet.
the core is very sweet.
See, they're really cute. And I like their petals. It's so distinct.
Distinct.
Yeah.
Cashew.
And it's like multiple colors. It's like there's a bit of green, white, and okay, I'm seeing a bit of yellow, but I don't know whether is that just me.
I mean the core.
Yeah, the core.
The core is a bit maybe yellow. Maybe that's the honey nectar. The nectar
So this
for
is the
honey.
spray rose. It's a smaller version of the rose.
Yes, and it's a few on one stalk.
Ah, I think this is the V that Amy was talking about.
Yes.
Like that.
Correct.
Got
Yes.
like the V. Jenny is very happy.
Why?
Because she's makeup artist now.
Yeah. Right. Right, Jenny.
Jenny, you like or not? Got V-shaped one.
That sounded wrong.
She's very... Oh, what's this called? This pom-pom.
Scabiosa pod.
What she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is like the seed pod of the flower.
Oh?
Yeah. The flower is called scabiosa.
How does the flower look like?
Amy, how does the flower look?
It's not here, huh?
Got petals
Yeah.
one, oh.
Got petals,
petals
got
one.
core.
That's very cute.
Yeah. And it's good for like earthy palette because it's like brown. It's like a nice brown. And it's lasting in our weather also.
Okay, you see, obviously I'm being useless, so I'm just looking at flowers.
Admiring.
What's this called?
Astrantia.
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 What she said.
Must
Don't know how to
have
pronounce.
the accent. Astrantia.
This is like one of the sensitive flowers.
Sensitive
the weather.
flowers?
Yeah. Like the stem is quite big now. Right?
Oh, wow. National.
Yes, this is flower
Up
lesson.
close.
101.
Oh, okay.
101.
That's right.
I saw this just now. What is this called again?
Celosia. Celosia.
This is a nice
Chinese
colour
New Year one.
for Chinese New Year flower.
I think like
nice
if you put a lot together, it looks like
Brain.
coral slash brain.
But it's
Can be
nice.
your interpretation of like under the water.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Oh yes, yes, and I think a lot of people like this nowadays. This blue.
Thistle.
It's called blue thistle, is it? Or
I
just
think there's
thistle?
a few names there.
Erinjom.
Erinjom. 这个 this one.
Erinjom.
It
Thistle.
looks like blue pineapple.
Yeah. That's what my boyfriend calls it. That pineapple.
The pineapple.
Move the rubbish. 谢谢你.
No pressure, huh?
No pressure.
No pressure, no
I'm
pressure.
feeling the pressure.
No pressure, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, I give you a flower lesson, the note healing lesson. This is Eustoma. We have 2 different colors here. Oh no, 3 different colors here actually. This is a bit more pink.
Oh my god, how are you so fast? What the?
No
You
pressure.
Chill out, chill out. Slow down.
And I think like a lot of brides always see those eucalyptus, like those rounder ones.
Yeah, I have.
But these are also eucalyptus, right?
Yes.
Correct, there's a lot of types.
There's
It's
a lot
called
of
mini. Eucalyptus mini. Yeah, so this one is the big one.
Oh, see? This is a normal eucalyptus that people always see. The mini one.
Ew.
Why leh?
锵锵
Just never mind 啦，
拔掉啊。
拔掉。可以不要拔吗？
Eucalyptus are actually not cheap, right? It's like
No,
they are very expensive.
They are like almost the same price as a
Flower.
Yeah, so when people say they want to use eucalyptus as confetti, I think they don't realize how much
Eucalyptus
that's
as
gonna
confetti?
cost. Yeah, they want to
they
be more
pluck it
organic,
out.
ma.
Yeah.
Oh,
So then they just toss
Wow.
eucalyptus.
right.
You still can do that, but it's expensive lah.
Okay, this one.
Okay.
Thank you.
好帮手.
Shit lah. Right. I'm done.
I'm not done.
Chang.
How are you so
Oh, you got
fast?
use this ah?
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to look at each other.
Yeah, cannot.
She see me grab.
Side glance.
Good thing the challenge is not asking me to make. This episode will never end.
Should ask you to make also.
Yeah lor, why not?
It's okay lah, huh?
For fun.
Let's not waste flowers. What's this called?
Any?
The dot one.
Tapspi.
Oh, right.
Thalspi.
I always can't like remember how to spell it. Like I'll mix it up.
It looks like raindrops.
Yeah, it's actually very cute.
Yeah, very cute.
Pretty nice.
Should we cut the stem?
Cut, sure. I mean, if you want.
Okay, I cut.
So once they are done tying, then they will cut the stem to make it a holdable length inside.
Due to
Am I
time
right?
constraint, actually this part should be removed lah. Yeah, the bottom for the leaves. Due to time constraint.
It's okay, you
Actually,
can
you got
remove
a lot of
lah.
time.
You got a lot of time.
Yeah,
Okay,
look at me.
then I remove.
Getting Amy to work. Hello, Chu Yin. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'm just looking at comments and hellos. Loves from Wei Lun.
So cute.
I think Wei Lun want to be here today.
Move inside.
He missed being a co-host.
You all had much fun together.
Yes, I think I spent a lot of time bullying.
Using wax ah.
Yeah, you're not. Oh, okay.
Can you pass me some?
Sure.
Thanks.
There you go.
Thank you.
No props.
Done.
Maybe you should ask Seth to come and make a bouquet instead.
Who?
Seth.
Oh.
And I go and control the camera.
Usually
fun.
guys or their handiwork better, no?
Huh, really?
Yeah.
You
If
should
you
put
ask
it
them
to
to
test.
Flowers ah?
yeah.
Oh, put the
He's
theory
going
to
to kill me
test.
very soon.
Huh?
Put the theory to test.
Yeah.
Thick, very thick. I like.
You like?
So secure.
Do you usually use tape or use flower tape?
I
Tape
use
and then
tape
flower
in
tape.
between, yeah, then flower tape at the end.
This wasn't rehearsed before this. I mean, of course, we prepared the flowers, but they didn't make a bouquet together before this.
Yeah.
In fact, it's their first time meeting today.
That's right! Why did I sound so excited? Because
We are not sisters.
Oh, but we had telepathic.
Yeah, they're not sisters.
Oh yeah, because we same surname.
Yeah. Wow, Michelle just broke the my one.
I mean, it's actually the stem not very strong one, like in general.
Smells so nice.
Fresh flowers.
Oh, what's this?
Red leaves.
Red leaves.
Good for autumn. Yeah. Ayo, ayo.
So when y'all get married, will y'all make your own
No.
bouquet?
No,
Wow.
Everybody keep
That was a very
asking.
strong no.
Keep asking us this question. No.
it's called too stressed already. Don't want
I'll
the
make my
stress.
fiance, boyfriend, future husband do it.
Actually, I don't recommend people.
Oh
to
really?
do-
Yeah. I told him already.
What you want him
He
to do
will
for
it.
you?
Yeah.
So nice.
But
I
I
to teach him beforehand.
pointers.
But what if it doesn't turn out to be what you want?
Oh yeah, that's
Suck down more. No lah, I will love it. Whatever he do, I will love it.
so nice.
Yeah.
Jermaine Coco.
At Jermaine Coco.
At Jermaine Coco.
Okay, I'm almost done. Kind of.
I'm done.
Okay, Amy, you want to describe your bouquet?
Huh.
Literally
Describe.
put on
It's
the
like
spot.
class.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to describe your artwork?
Okay, do your tutorial lah.
Romantic.
Explain
Yeah.
your homework.
Yeah, so it's like my interpretation lah. But basically what I do is that I don't really clump all the similar flowers together. So it's like spread out so that people will have like more areas to look at. Does it make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, it
So then we have a few textured flowers. Yeah, to give the bouquet more contrast. Yeah, so it's not so boring. Yeah. So yeah.
So normally you will try to make like a front and a
Yeah, front and the
right?
back, so that brides will know like which placement to hold. So usually the back, right, I'll put more leaves to let them know that this is the back.
Okay.
Yeah, so whenever they take pictures, right, then they'll know, oh, this is the back. Then they will like,
So how high should the bride be holding the bouquet?
how high? Probably here, below your nene. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like if you hold it too high up, right, it looks like you're holding a microphone.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
try to hold it a bit lower, then you can see more details on your upper bodies also.
Yeah, then your arms won't be too achy also.
You
Like
like
you
also.
do bicep curl. Yeah.
Who want to win this bouquet, please comment down below.
Giveaway!
The more comments you have, the higher chances of winning.
Comment multiple times, multiple entries.
But please come here and pick up.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Michelle, you done?
Yes, I'm done.
You want to explain your bouquet to
Um,
teacher?
Teacher, yes.
So nice.
Yeah, so actually basically right, you see the two of ours, right? The style's very different
Step by
now.
step. I moved the rubbish bin.
Then like natural instinct, this is I'm sure the style you'll do, right?
Huh?
Like your own instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah, then this is the way I'll do mine. So also like round shape and rounder than mine, and mine is the way around. Yeah. So basically I like to have things that are like reaching out generally.
To create the
The
shape.
Yeah, the shape. Yeah.
and the reach.
Yeah, correct. So
More free
more
flowing.
free flowing.
Yeah.
Then I like to have like sticking out stuff because I feel like it's nicer that way. What else do I say? My bag is just like usually
Bare lah.
have leaves lah, but don't have much leaves today. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you can see, right, the word romantic, given the same ingredients, can come up differently. Just like you go to char kway teow store, you order char kway teow, but it tastes also different, right?
True.
I'm very hungry. Okay, so Michelle's style, as she mentioned earlier, is a bit more horizontal,
Yeah.
more airy and wild
And I like
in a way.
to have the leaves obvious
The
also.
organic
Yeah.
component
Correct,
of the bouquet.
correct.
I feel like a professional.
Wow.
So moving on to the round bouquet. So Amy's bouquet is a bit rounder in shape as compared to Michelle's one. So when you are looking for a florist for your wedding, right, don't just go to them and don't just go to them and tell them I want romantic, because it might not turn out to be what you
Yes,
want.
correct.
Show pictures, show examples.
Correct.
And then, if possible, try to do something from their existing portfolio, because that's something that they have already done before, instead of asking them to copy somebody
Replicate.
else's work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, shall we go back to answering questions?
Alright.
So we're gonna leave this here, or you can hold it like you want.
I wear white shorts.
Okay, for sure, it'll be there.
Okie dokie. Oh, Jermaine answered. I hear you. Jermaine is Amy's boyfriend.
Oh.
Make my bouquet.
Make your bouquet. Okay. Super cute. Oh, why he put RIP though?
Rest in peace.
I don't know about why.
Because you need to make the bouquet, ma.
Yeah, so stressed eh.
Haha.
I'll be stressed if I'm here.
Haha.
Okay, let's go to the questions.
Okay.
So what is the main difference between having fresh flowers and artificial flowers for decoration?
Personally, I prefer fresh flowers because I feel like artificial is number one, stiffer. Number two, the shades can look pretty artificial sometimes, which I don't like.
Fake oh.
Yeah.
Fake oh.
Fake oh.
But I have seen some that is like actually really
Quite real.
nice.
Yeah, but those kind, right, are the more expensive
Expensive.
ones.
Correct.
Then you might as well just get
Yeah, just get real.
fresh flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's also a misconception that artificial is
Artificials
cheaper.
are
'Cause
cheaper.
if it's cheaper, it means that it's not going to be as nice. Yeah.
I bought some artificial flowers for my wedding. Can you please use it to decorate the venue for me?
Bring to us first. Let us
Yeah.
see the real product. And then if it complements the whole setup, the color scheme, then we might use it. But otherwise, if it's too fake, then we won't lah. Yeah. Yeah lor. Unless that item is
Meaningful.
meaningful,
Yeah.
must have. Like my ama give me one, then okay. Okay.
And I
we'll
think
put.
also like if let's say, especially if you want to have a mixture of real and artificial flowers. For example, like red rose and fake red rose can sometimes be very different in
Yes,
color.
the color is very
texture.
different.
And you might not think about that, but
Yeah.
obviously they have been working with flowers for so many years. They know that it will not gel well together, and at the end of the day, it might just make the entire look even more
Odd.
weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, you cheapen the entire
Correct,
Yes,
correct.
I wanted to
feel,
say
right?
cheapen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just say it.
Yeah, but just bring it to us first.
Yeah, we're not saying no, but it's always good to assess lah in advance instead of dealing with it on the actual day.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then everybody get heart attack.
Yeah.
Will flowers clash with red carpet? What colors would work other than white?
A lot of colors work actually. Yeah, so we can work around the
Venue decor.
venue decor, like because usually your venue would come with a florist, like let's say hotel or even some bigger restaurants.
Like
They
a
do
partner
come with
florist.
they do come with florists. So consult with their florist to see what kind of theme, what kind of color, what kind of flowers they are getting. Yeah, and then like don't just focus on the carpet because it might not be as significant than the whole decoration.
I
Yeah,
think
compared
the
to
entire vibe.
Yeah. But anyways, if your concern is really about the red carpet, then we can work around it. Like not
Matching.
Yeah, matching colors, maybe like orange, yellow. Yeah.
More like
Oriental
kind of
lor,
vibe.
yeah.
Okay. When can we, equals to, I mean, we meaning like bride and groom, when can they collect the bouquet? Can it be collected a few days before?
No. One day before.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day before will be good. Like the evening. During evening.
Correct.
Maybe you can just share with them like why is it not advisable to collect a few days before?
Because if you are dealing with fresh flowers, right, usually we will time it to your actual day also. So if it's under our care until the actual day, it's more or less safe that it won't die on the actual day lah. But if like we hand it over to you and then like you don't know how to care for it,
And then it dies.
yeah, and then it dies, then like how after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, then
so-
like you panic, then we
Correct,
panic.
correct.
I think like you're already paying them for the bouquet, which also includes of before care
Yeah.
of you collecting it. So I think like the professionals like take care of it. It's just like how you won't ask photographer to give you all the raw images and then you edit yourself, right? You will ask photographer to edit and return it to you,
Yeah.
right? Although you do ask for raw pictures, but please do not do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will die.
So there's photographers looking at me behind the camera, I'm very scared. Okay, so I think we have the last question before I move on to check whether we have any questions on Facebook. So what do you usually do with remaining fresh flowers from a wedding? Do you throw it away?
Depends on the couple, right? Yeah.
Depends. Most of them will we will advise them to ask their guests to bring home first, which most of them will lah. Yeah, just take whatever that they want. Otherwise, we can repurpose. There are some of the companies out there that repurpose these kind of flowers. Yeah, wedding flowers. So we'll get in touch with them.
But they are mindful of colors.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
I was about to say that because like some venues, especially like older people, especially those who are, how do I put it in a nice way?
More pantang.
More pantang, yeah, more pantang. Or-
Superstitious.
Yeah, they don't really like white greens because they relate that to
Death.
funeral and
Yeah.
death. So if you are having a white and green wedding, which is very common nowadays,
Yeah.
then maybe you want to check in with the
Elder.
organization
Yeah.
first before you bring it to them. Because otherwise, imagine you spend so much time taking it down,
Yeah, correct.
feeding it water, and then the next day make it into a very, very pretty bouquet and then bring it to the hospital only to find that they don't accept it. So whatever that you want to do, I think it's better to check in advance. Obviously, they will love all the like loud colors like orange,
Pink.
red, pink, those
Yeah.
very on colors because they feel like it brings life. Yeah, so just check with them lor. Yeah, I think for repurposing, there are a lot of organizations out there who are doing it. But if your quantity is not a lot, like if it's just very little, then sometimes they might not even take it. Not because they don't appreciate flowers, but because if the quantity is very small to begin with, like maybe you only have one arch, right? And then a bridal bouquet, then by the time your wedding ends, which is 12 hours after setup, for example, some of the flowers might already wilt. And it's not nice to give wilted flowers
Correct.
to elderly as well.
Yeah.
So by the time you minus all that damage, then you are left only with a handful. So maybe in that case, it's better
Bring
for
back.
you yourself to bring
Yeah.
back, or
Correct,
ask your friends or your guests to bring it back.
And
But
dry
if
it
you-
lor.
or you dry it, yeah. But if you're having a super large wedding, you're filling the entire ballroom with fresh flowers, then yes, I think it's better to make arrangements with the organizations in advance. But if your wedding is during like peak period, then
Yeah.
maybe you need to check even
Further in
even
advance.
further in advance, yeah, so that everybody can make time to come down and collect the flowers also. Yeah. So I think we always try to repurpose it as much as we
Correct,
can,
yes.
either by passing it to guests or to organizations or to like loved ones. We obviously try not to throw as much as we can because
Yeah.
obviously they all love
Very
flowers as
waste.
well. Yeah. So yeah. So if you see flowers at your friend's wedding that nobody wants to take home, then maybe you can adopt it home next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But check with them first.
Yeah, share with them first. You
Yeah.
don't just take it, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Any other question from? I think I saw one. What's the
Yeah.
most difficult part about being a florist?
The non-floral
Jing,
part.
jing.
Yeah, actually, people thought that being a
Flowers.
florist is like super flowery,
Yeah.
doing what we love. But to be honest, down to the flower making part is only that 5%. The 95% is basically like housekeeping, and then the logistic, the admin. Yeah. So a lot of people don't really see that. Yeah. So they thought like, oh, I want to be a florist.
Correct.
Yeah. But when they really goes down to do all this dirty work, right? They're like, oh. don't
Yeah,
want
actually,
really
it's
lah.
not a very like
Glamorous.
glamorous.
Yeah, it's not.
Like
It's labor work.
princessy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really labor work.
Yeah. Yeah lor.
I think it's similar to all the other wedding vendors out there, right? They see wedding vendors having fun on wedding day. What they don't see is the more research and effort that goes behind the
Correct,
scene
correct.
when we are working on weekdays. So, most of the couples are working in corporate, right? And then
Yeah.
they will talk to us only on weekends
Correct.
or after working hours. So it's like when you're not working, we are the ones working.
And we're also working when you're working.
Yeah, we're also working when you're working, just
Yeah.
that you do not see that part of it. Like for example, like as a planner, when I meet vendors, I always meet them when you're working, so that when you're not working, when you ask me questions, I already have all the answers for you.
Yeah.
So I think we are not saying that corporate job is easier. Of course, every job has its own
Yeah.
pros and
Correct,
cons.
correct.
Just that even though we are doing this, cannot really say freelance also. We are doing this job that is more flexible in timing. That I have to admit. It also comes with a lot of a lot of cons. Like for example, there was one day when I was gonna go for a wedding to a bride's place. I was waiting for the Grab, and there was someone who got off the Grab. The person was like puking and everything. So the
Oh
person
my
just ended the day from clubbing, I assume.
Oh.
And I'm about to start my day. And then we come back when you guys are already asleep after tear down and after bringing things back to the warehouse and things like that.
Yeah.
So I think the most difficult part of being in the wedding industry in general is that people do not see the hard work that
Yeah.
goes
The behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And the only thing that they will ask us is, where is it only what? What's so expensive?
Yeah.
Where is it only what? Like, and sometimes we just really want to like, oh, okay lor, you come and try lor. But you cannot say that to people as well. So it's it will be nice if you treat the vendors as a friend. Yes, we know you are the ones paying money, you're the one paying for our service, but at the end of the day, we are all human. So as much as you can, try to just be a bit more understanding. And most of us are all one-man show, or at
Yes.
most like
Correct.
2. So I think a bit of understanding and patience go a long way.
Yes.
Yeah, and we cannot force it.
Yeah, we cannot force it, cannot
Yeah,
take
we cannot
MC.
Yeah, we cannot take
Yeah.
MC. And sometimes florist job is quite hazardous. Yeah.
And you climb the stairs to build the
Yeah.
arch. And
I
things.
think I claim my personal accident plan like, a lot of times already. Yeah.
So it's not
Must
as
buy.
glamorous lah.
Must buy.
Okay, I'll go there.
Yeah.
Must buy, must buy.
Insurance.
Yeah.
Okay. So if there is no more questions, soon 1 hour again.
Wow.
Okay, so thank you very much again for tuning in and listening to all our blabber. We hope you gain some insights and tips, and I hope you enjoyed watching them make a bouquet in real life, virtually. So the next episode, which is also gonna be probably the last episode, will be about gowns and bridal accessories, where we'll feature Juye and Talia. So please be sure to tune in on the 1st of October, same time. If you guys want a continuation of this series, please leave your suggestions and comments in the comment box below, and we will see what we can do about it. Okay? So in the meantime, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
being here, for loaning your space.
problem.
And thank you Cactus for streaming, Jenny for doing touch up for us,
Really.
and everybody who is watching. Thank you very much. Bye bye. See you next week. Bye.